You how to make a cover image, like a 3D mock-up image using PowerPoint. It's a little known, it's not like a design software, and I don't really know how to use Photoshop at all, so this is a simple way to get it done. So if you have PowerPoint, I'm sure Keynote functions the same way. We really just need to kind of mock up what the cover, imagine, let's just say it's a PDF or a checklist or something like that. And so the easiest way to do that, I have found, is we'll go to File and change the page setup if you would like, and we can just make it a vertical document. Oops. So click on slide size and letter paper. I think that might still be horizontal. And you can change if it's vertical or horizontal. There we go. So now it's a vertical orientation. It's going to ask if you want to scale up images. I've got nothing in here right now, so it doesn't really matter. It's a lot of work to make it vertical. Now I don't need these basic elements. I'm just going to delete them. And here's all I do. We're going to use a couple of text boxes. So I usually have a small one. And now I break out the designs in each with its own little element. So I'm just going to say I'm making the course launch checklist or something like that. So I will center this. The course launch. Just copy and paste it a few times. I want my name here at the bottom. And this is checklist. Okay. Those are all way too small, obviously, so we can make them bigger, just highlight them all, and then start to increase the font size. Now there's some weird wrapping. Figure that out. And then it should like snap to a grid. See, that's centered now. When I click and drag it, it'll center it. Okay, so those are now centered, and my name is not. Name is also a little bit too small. Make it a little bit bigger. And now that's centered as well. So those are all of the elements that I might need. If you have special fonts that you like to use, then you can certainly add those. I typically make this middle part a little bit bigger. And that, I know this doesn't look very professional at this point, so I'll show you how I would pretty this up. You can add icons. So let's just see what they have when it comes to stock icons. I will search Rocket and see what comes up. Well, there's some things. Click Insert. And you can use your custom fonts and colors and things like that as well. But let's move this up to the top. And I doubt you're going to want to go just black and white. So you can just right click, click Format Background, and you can add any kind of custom colors that you have. Solid fill, gradient fill, pattern fill. I usually like something lighter. And then let's say I wanted all of this stuff to be, I don't know, orange. I can change, this is a graphic. So go to graphics fill, looks like that's some stock orange. And then we can make these things orange as well if we would like. I'm just gonna stop with the design because you see that I'm pretty much almost done with something that kind of looks like a book cover. I'm not sure I'd go monochrome. I might do actually let me do a little navy here. It's hard to accept when it doesn't look very good. That looks better. So nice kind of complementary colors. And I've got some additional trainings that I've talked about as far as like adding colors and things like that. Or finding different colors, like using apps like coolors.co, stuff like that. Maybe we want this to be, that's a custom font that I have used in the past. Maybe I want them all to be like that. And I can make my name look like I signed it. That looks too small now, so make it even bigger. So I'll stop there, but now we have basically what looks like a cover image. Now, if we want to go a little bit next level, so what you could do is you could go to File and then export as a picture, and it'll just drop this thing out as a picture. Okay. So you can go to File Format, PNG, and it'll now, whatever I name it, wherever I tell it to go, it'll kick this out as a picture, and I can now use this picture on my funnel page. Now, if you're wondering, well, how do you make that cool little shadow thing? Because when you export this, it won't have a shadow to it. And so here's how to do that. What I'm going to do is actually make this solid page. The page background doesn't matter as much anymore. I'm going to insert a square behind it. Oops, that didn't work. We'll make it work. Let's just say I wanted that to be the cover of the book. And I want that to be that light blue color with no border. You can add shadows to this box now. I think that worked. Oh yeah, you can see there's a little subtle shadow there. And then obviously it's in the wrong order. It's on top of everything. We got to move it back. Just click send backward. And then now, this you can even mess with the, I think it's this thing. You can mess with the shadow options. Like how big of a shadow do you want? How much do you want the blur? Like that looks kind of cool now. And then check this out. You highlight everything. So now I've got everything selected. I've got that blue thing with the shadow. I've got the headlines and everything. I can select it and then right click and click Save as Picture. And I'll save it in Funnel by 5. PowerPoint lead magnet picture. And that is now saved. I'll pull it up here on my other screen, drag it over so you can see what it looks like. And then we can just drop that page on our funnel page. So how easy is that? Didn't have to use Photoshop. It took a couple of minutes to put that together. And I'll show you the finished product here. In 1 second, Funnel by 5. All right, if you're still seeing my screen, that's what the picture looks like now. So it's got the shadow, and we can now use this in our lead magnet. So I hope that helps, hope that makes sense, hope that's encouraging to you. And go, wow, that was really easy. I can definitely do that.